Okay, warm up today. We've got an equation given to us. Hopefully, you notice this equation is in standard form because you got ax squared bx c. First part says find the vertex. So you're going to want to use your formula that we introduced yesterday. So that's that formula. That's the h equals negative b over 2a. And in our case here, our a is negative 5, our b is negative 20, our c is 11. So those are, granted, we don't use the c for the vertex here, but that's everything. All right, so negative b over 2a, that's going to be negative 20, so it's going to be a positive 20, over 2 times negative 5. So 20 divided by negative 10, that's going to give you a negative 2. So that's going to be the h coordinate of our vertex. So as we're starting to try to figure things out here, we've got the h value. Now we just need the corresponding k value. And the way we're going to get that, take your h and substitute it into the problem. So that's going to be negative 5 times negative 2 squared minus 20 times negative 2 plus 11. From there, if we work that out, that'll give us this k value. So you can put this all in the calculator, or you can just work it out. Really, whatever you're better at, I guess, is what I would do. So this is going to be negative 2 squared, which is 4. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. This is going to be negative 20 times negative 2 is a plus 40. And then you still got plus 11. All right, so negative 20 plus 40 is going to be 20. Plus 11 is going to be 31. So that's our corresponding k value. All right, so that looks like our vertex. So let me move on to the y-intercept. Y-intercept is the easiest part. Your c value is your y-intercept. So this y-intercept is at 11. Or if you wanted to give it as a coordinate, you could say it's at 0, 11. Either way, though, y-intercept, when you have standard form, is a very easy question. Now, the last part says, what is this in vertex form? Which you might think is a little bit tough, but actually, all you need to write vertex form, so if you remember what that is, that's the a x minus h quantity squared plus the k. To do vertex form, you need the a, and then you need the h and the k. And you have all those things. You just found h and k. Remember, the vertex is your h and your k. And the a from standard form is the same a. That's the same stretch or compression value that's going on. So we have everything we need. We just write it out now. So my a is negative 5. X minus negative 2, which would be just a plus 2. And then plus our k, which is 31. And so there's our vertex form equation. Now, if you're curious if you're right, which you probably should be, like especially if you're taking quizzes, tests, etc., these two equations should be identical. So like we've talked about before, if we put those both in our y equals, we can verify if what we got makes sense. And if it doesn't, we can go back and try to figure out what our problem is. So let's see what we're working with here. All right, so I got those both in there. So I usually just go right to the table. And if my tables match, that's a great sign, which they do. That means that I did my algebra part correctly. I can also double check that these are on here. So is the vertex at negative 231? Yeah, that looks like it's that symmetric kind of thing going on. Is the y-intercept at 11? Absolutely. So everything checks out there. So we know that all our equations are correct.